First conference game, there's a lot of excitement in the air for both teams, and we've had 3 really good days of practice, but we came out and certainly didn't shoot the ball the way we have in practice, or rebound or have the energy. And first half, at the end of the half, we let a possession get away from us, time and score. Had a chance to go in tied and go in down 6. They had a buzzer 3, so he had 2 threes in the last minute. That's a mistake on our part, shooting the ball too quick. And then challenge the guys, first couple of possessions, first 4 minutes actually, the second half, the most important part of the game at that juncture. And we go out and give up 2 more threes. We got beat on the glass, bad, by a team that's a better rebounding team than we are anyway. We could play them 10 times and not out-rebound them. But we got to compete better on the offensive glass. As poorly as things went for us today, and as good as they shot the ball, like the last team that was in here, then, you know, if you compare those 2 halves, they're totally different. But they made shots again, and we didn't. And we got it to 5, I believe, 4 or 5, missed a layup with about 3 or 4 to go. Had a chance to make it a 1-possession game. And we had a couple of threes that I thought were in and out. But we made 3 threes in the second half. So that's 2 games in a row that we've had only one player make a 3 in the second half. And it's P.J. Hardy, and he only made 4. So we have to step up and score the ball. Jerikas Davis didn't scratch today. You know, Cedric Russell couldn't get one in. And those guys usually make their shots. So I was proud of the way we battled, but it wasn't enough. And every time we play a conference game or any game, these teams come in and we're the standard. We've won more games than any team in the league over the last 5 years. We have the nicest gym, and we're the defending champions. And we're going to get everybody's best shot. And we got theirs tonight. I've seen their games. It's the best game they've played. But give them credit. They came in and made it happen.
How do you make sure you match the energy that the other teams are going to bring in every night, as you said?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here. I'd be on a beach somewhere. I'd bottle it and sell it. You know, we talk about it and talk about it. Starts with recruiting. I mean, you can look at personalities on both teams, you know, and we have some great young men, but we don't have a guy that puts rebounding first like Bryce Washington did, you know. So that's one area, and I challenge guys at halftime about that. Justin Miller's leading the league in offensive rebounding. He gets 0 for the game.
It's the lack of rebounding kind of where guys doing things where a couple of guys do in different kind of roles, positions on the floor than they normally would be. Does that have anything to do with it?
Well, our leading rebound, we had 2 offensive rebounds at halftime, and our point guard had them both. He doesn't rebound the ball. So, yes, it's different roles. And we busted a couple of plays when guys were in different positions, you know, in both halves. But it puts us at a size disadvantage for one. I mean, they jumped over our back, tipped some in, and you know, we got Marcus got called over the back late when it was like a 2-possession game, and I applauded him and commended him in the huddle for making, you know, a foul going for an offensive rebound. But they just outworked us. Bouger has a double-double. You know, it's his best game of the year. Just bigger than us, and it hurt us a little bit, yes, being out of position.
Seemed a little trouble getting used to the zone. Eventually you were driving it and kicking it out in the second half, a little bit better in the second half than you were in the first.
Yes. The first half, against their 2-2-1, I think we had 6 turnovers at halftime. We only have 11 for the game. And we throw one Jerikas in the middle, and he loses the ball, you know, and then Marcus, we've got Keenan in the middle. He overthrows that. We had a couple of bad turnovers. Jeremy dribbled into their hands. Keenan dribbled into their hands one time. But that zone's no good, you know. I mean, we got the ball in the middle when we wanted to and cut it up pretty good the second half, I thought. But they played it to stay out of foul trouble, and you know, they doubled our 3-point shooting. We had 3 goals before the game. Shoot better from the field, hold them to 40%. They shot 50. Okay. Win the 3-point game. We got lost by 15 points. And then win the rebound battle, we lost by 20. So we lost on the front line and we lost in the back court.
What changed for Jakeem in the second half?
I don't know. I asked the team, the coaches, the same thing. I mean, he didn't get anything done the second half. And the other day against second half, you guys weren't at the press conference Wednesday, but the other days at the second half, the guy was incredible. He had nine points, 11 rebounds, and 6 blocks in the second half. And today he just couldn't get uncorked. I don't know. He got in foul trouble quick too. PJ went for a steal early in the second half, and on Cockfield, and you can't do that. He's too good a player. And he got to the paint, and Keenan picked up his third, and so that's a mistake on our perimeter. But
the one bright spot I thought was PJ stepped up. You mentioned him that, you know, it'd have been nice if the layup would have fallen after one of the steals he made. Could have, like you said, could have. But I thought he showed a lot of spunk, played some good defense, made a couple big shots that kept y'all in it.
Yeah, and that's important, Kevin. You know, it's probably his most minutes played, certainly in a meaningful game this year. And I thought he competed hard. He made a couple of big ones for us. And we tried to run a play against his own once and busted that. That would have probably gotten him another good look at 3. But we had good looks. They just didn't go in. I mean, shooting is pretty important, and we didn't shoot the ball well enough to win today, especially from 3. I mean, what are we, 22 for 39 from 2? What does that say about their zone? You know, Marcus Stroman went through and laid it up at will. He got so tired he couldn't make his free throws at the end.
So despite not reaching your goals, how were you able to come back?
Just through effort. I'm proud of our team. They fought hard, and we got the crowd into it, and we just missed, you know, we needed one more bucket to go. I felt like we got the lead, we won the game. As good as they played, I felt like we would win. So, you know, and we've won games early this year. I don't know that when we got out rebounded 20, but we've played poorly and been able to win. So, disappointing game. You know, we turned them over 22 times. We had 11. That helped. Thought our defense was good tonight. We had a lot of deflections. But they hit big shots, and, you know, give them credit, shake their hand.